Hi friends, I'm Eleanor. Welcome back to Nostalgic Home Decor. Today, we're stepping into one of the sweetest little corners of a vintage cottage home, the summer mudroom. I like to call this one the garden glove mudroom because it has that freshly swept, just came in from the garden feeling, with straw hats on peg rails, cotton gloves tucked into baskets, soft summer florals, and a few old treasures that make a practical room feel full of heart. In this video, we'll look at simple vintage home decor ideas for turning a mudroom, back entry, laundry corner, or even a small hallway into a cheerful cottage-style space. We'll talk about peg rails, garden baskets, floral touches, smart home organization, and affordable home upgrades that make everyday coming and going feel a little more beautiful. Before we begin, I'd love to know, do you have an old straw hat, garden basket, or pair of well-loved gardening gloves that reminds you of summertime at home? A good cottage mudroom begins with a place to hang things. And to me, nothing feels more fitting than a simple wooden peg rail. In a vintage farmhouse home, a peg rail does not have to be fancy. It might be painted buttermilk white, soft sage green, or left in a warm honey pine finish. The beauty is in how useful it is. You can hang straw hats, canvas tote bags, a light summer cardigan, a market basket, or a floral apron right where you need them. For a collected look, try spacing your items so each piece has a little breathing room. One straw garden hat, one small floral tote, and one old cotton apron can say more than a wall crowded with too many things. That is the secret to cottage style, full of charm, but still orderly. If you're working with a small space, a peg rail is one of the simplest home improvement ideas you can use. It adds vertical storage without needing a big cabinet or a full home renovation. Even in a narrow back hallway, it gives you a clear place for daily items while adding farmhouse decor character. A little tip I love: hang one seasonal item that changes through the year. In summer, it might be a straw hat with a faded blue ribbon. In autumn, maybe a small dried herb bundle. At Christmas time, a tiny evergreen wreath. That one small change keeps the mudroom feeling cared for. Now, let's talk about baskets, because a mudroom needs storage, but storage can still be beautiful. For this kind of room, look for sturdy vintage-style baskets with handles, woven reed, split oak, or warm-toned wicker. They are perfect for holding garden gloves, seed packets, dog leashes, cloth shopping bags, or even folded cleaning cloths. Instead of hiding everything away, choose a few useful items that look lovely together. A pair of clean canvas garden gloves, a small handbrush, a folded linen towel, and a bundle of lavender can make a basket look intentional instead of messy. This is where cottage decorating ideas become practical. A basket under a bench can hold shoes. A taller basket near the door can hold umbrellas or walking sticks. A small wall basket can catch mail or keys. These are simple home decor ideas, but they make daily life smoother. If your mudroom is part of a kitchen entry, this can also connect beautifully with farmhouse kitchen style. A basket of market totes by the back door feels right at home beside a farmhouse kitchen, especially if you use the same soft colours: cream, sage, faded rose, or dusty blue. The goal is not to create a perfect showroom. The goal is to make a hard-working space feel loved. mudroom may be practical, but it still deserves flowers. For the garden glove mudroom, I imagine summer florals that feel fresh from the yard: zinnias, daisies, lavender, sweet peas, black-eyed Susans, or a few little sprigs of mint in a simple glass jar. You do not need a grand arrangement. A small enamel pitcher or a clean mason jar can be enough. Florals are one of the easiest decorating ideas because they soften the room right away. Place them on a narrow shelf beside a folded stack of garden towels or on a little painted bench near the door. You can also bring in floral patterns if fresh flowers are not always practical. A cotton curtain with tiny blue flowers, a floral cushion on a mudroom bench, or a framed vintage botanical print can give the same feeling. One thing I would avoid is making every item floral. If the curtain is floral, keep the bench cushions simple. If the basket liner has a pattern, use plain towels. Mixing pattern with quiet spaces keeps the room from feeling too busy. And here is a helpful interior design tip for cottage rooms. Repeat one colour 3 times. If you have soft yellow flowers, bring in a yellow ribbon on a hat and maybe a small yellow stripe in a tea towel. It ties the room together gently without looking too planned. Every mudroom, even a tiny one, benefits from a place to sit. A small wooden bench, a painted farmhouse chair, or a narrow settle can make the space feel welcoming and useful. It gives you a place to take off garden shoes, set down a basket, or fold a towel before stepping into the kitchen. For vintage home decor, look for pieces with simple lines. A little white painted bench with a worn but clean finish, a spindleback chair, or an old pine storage bench can add the right kind of character. If the seat opens for storage, even better. This is where mudroom styling becomes a form of affordable home upgrades. You don't always need new built-ins or expensive cabinetry. Sometimes a $20 second-hand chair, a fresh cushion, and a few wall hooks can transform the whole feeling of an entry. If you love kitchen makeover videos or home renovation ideas, you may already know that the smaller connecting spaces matter. A mudroom sets the tone before you enter the farmhouse kitchen, laundry room, or back hallway. When that little space is neat and pretty, the whole home feels more peaceful. Around the middle of our visit today, I'd love to ask, what would you put on your perfect mudroom peg rail? A straw hat, a market bag, an apron, or maybe something passed down from your family? The best vintage cottage mudrooms have a few pieces that feel personal. Maybe it is your mother's old watering can, a little wooden stool from the garage, a chipped but still loved enamel basin used only for display, or a framed seed catalogue print that reminds you of springtime. These pieces give the room memory, but the trick is to choose treasures that make sense in the space. A mudroom is about coming and going, gardening, cleaning up, and storing everyday things. So the old treasures should connect to that purpose. Try a small shelf with a vintage flower frog, a clean enamel soap dish, a folded flour sack towel, and a little vase of garden clippings. Or hang an old sun hat above a row of hooks. You might place a pair of polished children's rain boots under the bench if they hold a sweet family memory. This is what I mean by collected, not cluttered. Each item should have a reason to be there. When a room has too many unrelated objects, the eye does not know where to rest. But when every piece supports the story, the room feels calm and meaningful. That is one of my favorite parts of cottage style. It lets us decorate with memory, not just with trends. A mudroom can gather dirt quickly, especially in summer gardening season. So the prettiest mudrooms are also easy to maintain. Choose washable rugs, wipeable painted surfaces, and baskets that can be lifted and shaken out. A small braided rug or cotton runner can add charm, but make sure it is practical for the doorway. Light colours are lovely, but they should be balanced with textures that handle real life. For a fresh summer look, keep the palette bright. Creamy white walls, soft green trim, natural straw, honeywood, and cheerful garden flowers make the room feel welcoming. Add one darker grounding note, like a black iron hook, a deep green watering can, or a navy stripe on a cushion. And remember, a seasonal refresh does not have to be a major project. Moving a basket, washing the windows, changing a cushion cover, or adding a small bouquet can feel like a mini home makeover. Sometimes the best home decor ideas are not about buying more. They are about noticing what you already have and giving it a better place to shine. So friends, the Garden Glove Mudroom is really about making a useful space feel tender, cheerful, and ready for everyday life. With a simple peg rail, a few straw hats, garden baskets, summer florals, and 1 or 2 meaningful old treasures, even the smallest back entry can feel like part of the home's story. I hope today's visit gave you a few decorating ideas you can use in your own home, whether you have a full farmhouse mudroom, a tiny kitchen entry, or just one little wall near the back door. If you enjoyed this video, I'd be so grateful if you would like it. Subscribe to Nostalgic Home Decor and leave me a comment. Tell me what old garden treasure you would display in your dream cottage mudroom. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, may your home feel cared for, your rooms feel loved, and your old treasures always have a place to belong.